Well, as the nation searches for alternatives for everything from trans fat in our food to foreign oil in our gas tanks, Oklahoma farmers are at the forefront of growing more and more alternative crops. And thanks to new work underway at a well-known landmark in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma farmers now have help in planting the seeds for a new market in the state. Oklahoma Horizons' Keith Smith has more on what some see as the future of farming.
For Oklahoma farmer Alan Mindeman, it runs in the family. Continuing a family tradition that goes back 100 years, Alan has shifted gears, turning to alternative crops.
We're in the sunflower field, harvesting sunflowers.
A full-time job in the field.
There's a lot of things that like to eat them. You got to keep an eye on them, pretty close eye on them.
The oil seeds then had to be sent out of state to be processed. That is, until now. The state's oldest cottonseed oil mill in Oklahoma City can now crush canola and sunflower seeds. Producers Cooperative Oil Mill CEO Gary Conkling says the $3 million expansion will help fuel future growth.
We feel by expanding our crushing capabilities that we're positioning ourselves to be an even more viable entity.
Powerful enough to take in 14,000 pounds worth a day.
With increased crush capacity at the mill, we're looking for something else to do.
State Senator Ron Justice says it's a first for the state, already changing the landscape.
I think the reason that it's extremely important to Oklahoma is because it adds another crop for us to use. It adds another alternative for producers to use.
I've always wanted to grow oil seeds. I've wanted to be in the oil seed market. Another avenue for me to diversify.
State Representative DeWitt says it's a win-win that just makes sense.
We're going to create a new market, a market that maybe will not be as much pressure, as vulnerable as what maybe wheat and some of them on the commodity market. And this in itself will create some economic impact for Oklahoma, especially for the agricultural communities.
Since we made the announcement that we were going to set up and crush canola, we've had calls from all over the world, not just domestically, but England and the Netherlands, and there's a big demand for export oil there as well.
Staying in the state, helping the bottom line.
Before the expansion of the mill, we were unable to market it locally, and this gives us a market here locally, and that is attractive to the producers, knowing that they have a place that they can go to with their crops.
Having the producer's oil mill, having the market, the local market, has been a tremendous benefit to me because I can grow the oil seeds profitably now, not have to ship them to another state.
It's something that is very necessary because we need those dollars, those checkoff dollars for canola, sunflower, any oil producing seed, so that we can do that research and development and get these crops to where they're adaptable to our area.
This is canola that was planted on 15-inch rows.
Going against the grain, good in the long run.
It also helps with the control of weeds, and so as we use it in a rotation basis, it not only helps the producer, but it also develops another industry in our state.
I need as many crop options as I can get. We'll plant wheat and harvest it. We'll plant sunflowers and harvest them. Come in the next spring and plant corn, and then we'll come back and plant wheat again.
By doing a rotational with an alternative crop, we'll clean that ground up, and that in itself saves lots of dollars and helps the economy.
The seeds of change have been planted and delivered.
Since we've got Producers Oil Mill in Oklahoma City, we have a local market for these oil seeds, which makes them practical to grow.
Continuing a tradition of excellence with alternative crops that can start and stay in Oklahoma.